One of the most universal reasons we communicate is to tell our own life stories. We use our life stories to teach one another, to make each other laugh, to celebrate our wins, and to seek connection during the tough times. As a speech language pathologist, I've supported many people with different diagnoses over the years to either keep their ability to share their life stories or, in some cases, to share some newsworthy event for the very first time. For older adults with dementia, we preached life history books and recommended families collect familiar objects that evoke positive memories. For adults with aphasia, we painstakingly rebuilt life history timelines and used personal photographs for language therapy. For patients with ALS, we captured key life events and stories using message banking technology. I've seen firsthand how devastating it can be for people if they can no longer talk about their life history. And we didn't only help with sharing big life milestones, it's also the ordinary moments, like what you did on the weekend, or even a short inside joke that summons an entire shared experience with the people that were there. Let's give our students who use AAC a chance to collect, organize, and access their life stories. Because talking about what makes us unique builds our identities, our personalities, not to mention sparks friendships, and helps us learn how to have a back and forth conversation. If your student already has access to a robust communication system with thousands of words, including letter-by-letter spelling with the alphabet, a system like LAMP or TouchChat or a pod communication book, then technically they could use it to share their life stories by generating messages, word by word, in real time. And for students who are lickety-split typers and who can compose complex, coherent sentences on the spot, they might not need any other tool. But for our students who are in the earlier stages of language development and or who need extra time to move their bodies to access their communication devices, use a tool called a remnant book. More on the name in a sec, but no, it's not in replace of a more robust communication system. Think of it this way. Your robust communication system is like the main character of a movie. But as in any movie, there's also a supporting cast. And in this potentially ill-advised metaphor, the supporting cast is all the other tools and strategies we can use to support communication. As during a movie, the supporting cast might change here and there, and certain individuals will have more or less importance, but the main character, in this case, our robust communication system, is the star of the show. It's how we eventually reach our goal of supporting our students to be the heroes of their own story. Anyway, if you've never heard of a remnant book, you're not alone. It's a word high on the jargon index for speech language pathology, but never fear because you've probably heard or seen or built very similar products. A remnant book is honestly one of my favorite topics in AAC. It's elegant in its simplicity, yet can simultaneously support language and literacy goals across a range of developmental levels. In other words, it works for pretty much anyone, which is why this is going to be my first YouTube series because there's just so much I want to say about remnant books. I get kind of intense when I talk about them because, well, I do really love them. A remnant book can take many forms, but at its core, it's a collection of items, be it real objects or pictures, that represent the real-life lived experience of the collector. You know when you were a kid and you had a treasure box and you just mined your days seeking out and comparing found objects, making decisions about what would be worthy enough to get put into this cherished container? Or maybe you had a scrapbook where you kept concert ticket stubs or mementos from dates, pressed flowers, playbills. Yeah, all those little bits of paper or small objects, those are remnants. The remainders, they're the tiny crumbs left over from our life event. Think about a time maybe where you've stumbled across something I don't know, let's say a flyer from a rave you went to on Sunday, October 12th, 1997. A whole day and night's worth of memories could come flooding back. Or maybe it's something that happened in this century, like a ski lift ticket from an amazing ski vacation you just had. Let's use remnants that are personally meaningful to our students who use AAC. Don't overthink it. See the world from their point of view, and you'll intuitively begin to capture these items that represent stories our children would tell us if they could. Lastly, today, let's talk about a particular kind of remnant, a digital photograph. I think these are the most widely accessible treasures we already collect. Almost everyone takes at least one picture a day, and I recently read the average US citizen takes over 20 photographs a day. I want to show you how to get the most out of using digital photos to support communication. When you're picking your pictures for a remnant book, keep this mnemonic in mind. PIC, P-I-C. Yes, I came up with the acronym. Will it catch on? I don't know. Maybe? It stands for Personal, Interactive, Clear, and Candid. Personal means wherever possible you want to have a picture of your actual student engaged in the experience. Clear is pretty self-explanatory. You want to use pictures where the key elements are easily visible and in focus. You can get fancy and edit photos to highlight these key elements. And again, lots of us are already doing this kind of thing. Interactive and candid are closely connected. Think candid photos over staged or studio photos because what we're aiming for is multiple elements in the picture interacting dynamically with one another. I'm making it sound more complicated than it is, but here, let's use a picture to explain. The photo on the left is a beautiful picture. It's definitely clear and it's personal, but there's not a lot of interaction happening and there's no background or context to really figure out a real sense of the setting. You want pictures that you could hear a conversation happening, where an action is occurring, someone is doing something where it naturally elicits nouns, describing words, and verbs. And you should aim to have some background or context, like the setting of a story. Take the picture on the right. It's personal to me. It's my dad and his grandchildren. It's interactive. I can imagine some conversation taking place. It's clear. The quality is good enough that I can make out the faces and the baking equipment and the background. It's candid too. It's happening in real time. I can actually see Edie right in the middle of dumping something into the bowl on our annual Christmas cookie day. Pick your pictures that are personal, interactive, clear, and candid, and you're well on your way to supporting our children who use AAC to tell their stories. Check out part 2, where I'll work out one way of organizing these digital photographs, including how to supplement the photograph with content for a real-life conversation. And I'll also give you access to my custom My Stories pages on Chat Editor. Don't sleep on Chat Editor. It's a free software. It complements AAC systems like TouchChat and LAMP. You know what to do. Thanks for watching. See you soon.
The photograph on the dashboard, taken years ago, turned around backwards so the windshield shows. Every street light reveals a picture in reverse. Still it's so much clearer